Guys, as you know, me and the babies are going on a plane ride. We are going Thursday to go visit my family in Seattle, Washington, and we are super excited. However, this is my first time flying with kids, flying alone with two kids, and the last time I flew was 7 years ago when my husband and I got married. So I had a lot of questions. This is kind of a whole new experience for me, and so I'm having to do a lot of research and legwork to try to make the trip as smooth as possible for me and for the babies. So I thought, since I've already done the legwork, that I would share the information with you guys. So for anyone who is planning a trip with twins or kids by themselves, that this might help you. So first off, I kind of just called the airlines. I wrote my list right here of a million questions so that I was completely prepared so that I could just do one phone call to the airlines. And I called and I got a super nice lady that, like, we seriously talked for at least a half an hour, and she answered every question that I had. Was super nice, patient, and really helpful. So one of the questions that I had was, how does it work with babies? Are tickets cheaper because they're kids? I did do some research online, and I knew that if you had a kid under 2 on your lap, that child was free. However, there's only one adult, me. So how does that work? And so you can only have a maximum of 1 child as a lap child, and you would not get charged for them. However, you get charged the exact same price for a seat for the other child. So a seat for a child anywhere from 1 month to 18 years is the same price for, or 17 years is the same price for an adult. So my ticket was just as much as each of the babies' tickets. I know the way my kids are, that if I had one on my lap and one in the seat next to me, that the one in the seat next to me would totally fuss and cry and want me, because even just not buckled in or out at home playing, if one is nursing, the other one wants to nurse. If one is getting love, the other one wants love. It's just the way it works, and I already know this. So that's how it is. So I knew having one kid in a car seat and a seat and one kid on my lap just wasn't going to work for me. As well as it is safer in a car seat. I mean, I don't want the plane to go down, but it's just safer, I guess. And I feel like they would feel like it's more of a car ride being in their car seats and mommy's just sitting with them. So I feel like the behavior and being able to occupy them would be a lot easier to handle versus having one on my lap and one in the seat. A tip, and this anyone could try, I didn't feel like it was worth trying this, but she did say that I could have purchased a seat for me and a seat for one of the babies, and then brought both car seats with me on the plane. And if there's an extra seat, that we are given like the option to have that car seat with us, as opposed to, they call it gate check it. So stuff that you bring that can't stay on the plane gets put last minute or at the end. So it's called gate checked. So she said that I could do that and save some money. However, it's a gamble, so I asked her to check out the seats of how many were available, and there were only 10, and it leaves in 4 days. There's 10 seats available, so that meant after buying my 2, there would have only been 8, and that seems like a really low chance. We are going non-stop, so I think that's why it's such a packed flight, because they only do certain flights and certain times and a certain amount of flights that are non-stop across country. So that just wasn't worth a gamble for me. So we went ahead and we bought 3 tickets. So in the row, I will sit in between both of the babies in their car seats. The other question that I had for her was, what do I need for the babies? Like, I know from past experience that when I went through security, I needed to show my ID with my ticket. So if I'm buying tickets for the babies, what do I need? What do I have to have for them? They don't have IDs. So she said the rules were that if either of them or both of them were lap children, that you would have to bring their birth certificate to prove that they were under the age of 2. And I did ask, could it be a copy? Because I wouldn't want to bring something like that and lose it. And yes, a copy. They prefer, her words were, they prefer the original. However, they will accept a copy. However, since I am purchasing tickets for both of them, so it wouldn't matter if they're under 2 or over 2, because they are going to be in their seats and in their car seat, that they don't need anything. I don't have to prove their age, and they don't ask for ID unless you are over the age of 17. So an adult, 18 and up, require ID. So that was good to know. I don't need anything for them there. I asked what I can bring on the plane, because I don't know. I know like you're allowed carry-ons, but what specifically? I mean, with kids, I mean, I have my diaper bag, I have, their little backpacks, I've got food and snacks and toys and so many things. And so I don't want to have to throw away anything. And I don't want to pack too much, I guess. So she said that we were, since we were buying 3 tickets and there were no lap children, we are all allowed 1 carry-on and 1, or what did she word? 2 carry-ons, basically. So like it could be a small carry-on bag and then a diaper bag, or a small carry-on luggage, I mean. So like the kids have like the little kid-size luggage and the carry-on luggage, I guess that's why it's called carry-on, right? So we can each have one of those, and then we can each have a bag, a small bag. So like she said, a diaper bag, a purse, those kinds of things. So I'm thinking I'm going to maximize that, and we will do 3 carry-ons, and then we will do 3 bags, or 3 diaper bags. And I have like a few diaper bags, so I'm gonna have one packed with like our necessities, and one packed with like their snacks, and one packed with their toys. I think that's gonna be the smartest route for me. As far as food and water goes, she says that when it comes to kids, they don't have a problem if you pack what they need for that day. So we can bring like a few pouches, but we can't bring like 12 pouches of food, or water. You can't bring water. So she said bring the sippy cups empty, and then they'll provide water for us. As far as like milk and that stuff goes, I didn't ask because she did offer information though. I don't need, my milk is in my boobs, so I don't need to bring like milk in a container. So she did say that like certain things were allowed for a kid, formula milk, breast milk, whatever that may be, because that's what is needed for them to get through the flight. She gave me a website. It's TSA.GOV, and I will link it below. And she said you can basically punch in anything like, can I bring this? And it'll tell you if you're allowed to bring it or not. So that's good to know, but I'm pretty sure I'm going to be on the safe side, because what I'll be bringing, it is a nighttime flight for us. So I'll bring like little snacks like puffs and cookies, their little toddler organic cookies, and fruit snacks, and kind of more munchy things. I plan on feeding them an actual dinner before we get on the flight so that they are full, and I plan on nursing on demand to help get through it if needed. So that website will tell you everything. I asked if I can nurse on the flight, which I assume so, but I'm just making sure that all my T's are crossed and my I's were dotted. So I asked, and she said, of course, nursing isn't illegal. So I loved that response. And she said you can even pump on the plane. You can't bring an electric pump, but you can bring a manual pump. So that was good to know. So anyone, if you have to pump on the plane, they have, I guess, little designated areas that they could help you with, or you could go to if you needed to. So that's totally fine. So that was great to know. I asked, as far as luggage goes, like I heard my husband said, because he's been on flights for like business and stuff, that they charge you for luggage now. When we went, we weren't charged for luggage. So I asked about luggage and like our baby necessities, what is considered being charged and what is, free, or how does it all work? And so she said that car seats and strollers are free. So I was so happy to find that out, because that means that our 2 car seats, which are coming on the ride with us, and then I wasn't gonna bring a stroller because I thought I would have to, it was gonna be like a big old pain, but it's not. It's actually gonna help me get through the airport and get to and from the gate into the cars. And actually I'll probably be able to like kind of put the car seat on top of it, at least one of them or something. And I hear a baby banging. I better hurry. We'll be able to bring it, and then that's what I was talking about. You'll be able to gate check it, and so we'll be able to bring it, and they will take care of it for me. I'll take the babies out, and they will take my stroller and put it on the airplane for me, and then they will bring it to me first thing, so that when we're coming off, I can put them in that stroller. So, yay. And so, car seats and strollers are free. I asked about playpens. She said no. You check those, and those cost. Those aren't free. So in my opinion, to pay $25 for each playpen, that's $50 each way. That's $100. I can buy a playpen for each of them where I'm in my hometown, and just have those at my mom's house, because it doesn't make any sense. You can get a playpen for like $40 now. So that's what we'll be doing there, which will give us 2 less things that we even have to bring. And then luggage is $25 per luggage. You're allowed 2 per person, so we could have 6 bags of luggage that we check. But it's $25 each, and it has to be under 50 pounds. Otherwise, they like charge you per pound maybe or something like that, but that's not a worry. I'm aiming for just 1 big luggage for us, 2 max if we have to, but I'm aiming for 1. So that covers the fees. I said, is there help? Do I get help? Because my husband said that he can get me to security, but he cannot get me past. So I asked how that works, and then obviously when I get on the airplane, like I'm gonna have 2 car seats, I'm gonna have 2 babies, I'm gonna have all our carry-ons. Like, I already know, like I can't manage that. How am I going to be juggling all that? So she advised me that there is a thing that you can get. It's called Meet and Assist, and it's absolutely free. They want to help you as much as they can. And so she had said that after I purchased my tickets online, to call and arrange that, and there will be an employee that will help me with whatever I need with carrying luggage, getting the car seats in, etc. So I've already done that. Also, she told me that my husband or my parents actually could possibly get security. When you check your bags in, you have to ask them for a security pass to take me all the way to the gate. She said it depends on the airport, so you don't really know till you get there and you ask. So I am going to try that for both airports. I'm going to see if my husband can come through and take me all the way to my gate, and then I'm going to tell my dad to do the same thing on his end so that he can meet me coming out of the gate. If he can't, that's not a big deal. I'll just have him meet me at baggage claim, because I also do have the Meet and Assist set up. So I'm just covering all bases so that, again, to make it as smooth for me and the babies as possible, because we're going to be wiped out. It'll be like midnight our time by the time we arrive in Seattle, and it'll only be 9 in Seattle. So, what else did we ask? I had asked about evening flights, if that was it, and like I had mentioned earlier, yes, the non-stop flights from Pennsylvania to Seattle were only evening, so that is what it is. Assistance on the plane, I asked how that works. Are the flight attendants friendly? Will they help me if I need it? And they said that they are. So again, like getting the car seats set up while having the babies, I'm sure I have to like buckle them in. I also said, what if I have a poopy diaper? How do I change that with the 2 of them? Do I change it in the seat, on the floor by the seat, take them to the bathroom, what? And she said again, if it's a stinky diaper, most likely, don't change it out in the open, because then everyone on the plane is smelling it, which I totally understand, but I also can't like leave my kid. So she said that ask flight attendant. They'd probably be more than happy to help us get to the bathroom, and so I can change the one or whatever it is that I need, that they'll help. That don't hesitate to ask. So that was really nice to know. And I don't know if I mentioned, this is all through Alaska Airlines. So I am right now super pleased with their customer service, and obviously I'll really know when I go through the experience of seeing how helpful they are and if they're rude or not. But right now I'm very happy with choosing Alaska Airlines. My husband suggested it and said that he liked them personally the best. What else did I have to ask her? Oh, another tip. She said to make sure that your car seats are FAA approved. There's a sticker on the back that says approved for aircraft or FAA approved. I've checked both of them. I don't know what ones wouldn't be. Maybe if you have an older expired one, or maybe some of the cheaper ones. I don't know. We have the Ebb and Flow, 2 different models of it, but that's the brand we have, and both of them are FAA approved. And what else? Oh, another tip, because I was gonna like book the tickets with her, and she actually said it costs $15 extra if you book the tickets over the phone as opposed to booking them online. So that saved $45 right there by not booking them on the phone. So that's a little tip for you. And the last thing was seating. Like I had said, well, we of course have to sit together. Like I'm their mom, their kids, they can't be by themselves, so how does that work? And she said no matter what, they'll always, even if it's a completely like booked flight and the seats are sporadic, they will make it work, where whatever they need to do, they will make it work for me and the babies, or for mothers and children, or whatever it is. When there's kids involved, they'll make it work. And she was right, because when I booked my flight online, I could pick my seats coming home, and we were all in a row together, but I couldn't pick my seats leaving on Thursday. It showed like single seats, and so I just skipped the seat selecting process. And so then when I called the airline after purchasing the tickets and set up for the meet and assist, I also told him about my seating problem, and he said, okay, no problem, you're in seat 12, like snap, no problem. And I was like, all right, great, thank you. So that is all my questions that I had. Hopefully, if you have the same questions or are kind of investigating or looking into traveling alone with children, I hope that some or all of this was helpful to you. And I am excited for our flight, and it's the baby's first flight at 15 months old. Lucky babies. So thanks for watching. Thumbs up if you liked it, subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you for my next one. Bye!